And I am live. Oh, hello, Mary. So happy to see you're here already. I see Miriam popped in for a minute to say hello. She's over in the UK, so it's a little bit later over there for her. But good to see you, Mary. How have you been? Thank you for coming in today. I am actually ready today. I figured I would go ahead and put some tie wraps on the hanks while I wait for everyone to come in. Hope I sound okay. The air conditioner is really loud. Hey Ray, how you doing? Sorry I was late, but I got to catch some of it because then I had to leave. This was at Connie Live, just another Stitch Connie. I had to leave and take my daughter to work, but I did get to see a little bit, and it just totally slipped my mind. I actually wasn't even on my computer all day. Well, I mean, as far as YouTube, I wasn't. I'm doing really good, thank you. Yes, doing pretty good. So I am going to be dyeing. I'm basically, you guys are going to just hang out with me while I do my shop work, basically. I have an order here for, I have the Classy Kim's Piece of Happiness. Her color, that colorway comes in, it's 7 hanks, and you can get it in either 25, 50, or 100-gram hanks, but they're 6 of them are all different colors. These colors you see right here, this tried for hot pink. Hey Madonna, how are you, sweetheart? And Kim, welcome in. Yep, I'm glad you made it in too. So I have the pink, and I tried to do fluorescent. She likes fluorescent. And there's Miss Jaxie skirting in. Big smoochies and the hugs, my loves, lurking and working. And my granddaughter has done this again to me. She takes these tie wraps and she puts them, closes them up on themselves, and yeah, back to what I was doing. But this is 6 different colors, 7 different hanks: pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. I made the orange, yellow, and green as bright as I could. The pink, so bright, but she likes the bright fluorescent colors, so she asked to make a set of 6 different colors and then one variegated. So I am today dyeing a set of 50-gram hanks, and these are acrylic worsted. And after I get these going, I'm going to at least get started. I mean, I'll probably have to do most of it off camera, but I also have a custom dye. Someone had messaged me asking if I could dye some yarn for her that she had bought but hadn't dyed yet. I don't know if Anita is watching, but this is, I'm talking about yours. But she had bought some Knit Picks Hawthorne DK and just never got around to dyeing it. She was like, if I send this to you, can you dye it for me? I'm like, yeah, sure. She also sent me some Puma cotton that's yellow. She wants me to over dye it. She doesn't really like yellow, so she didn't really want that. So let me get a tub. Like I said, I'm mostly ready. So hold on just a second. So and I am going to put vinegar in this. Hot water going. Get these soaking. But first I'll dye these, get them in the microwave, get them going. And then I'll at least get started on the hawthorns here. She wants them in, I'm going to have to mix some colors, which is the fun part. I love doing that. Taking 2 or 3 colors and making a new one. I mean, you can buy, depends on what kind of colors. I've noticed with the fiber reactive colors for the cotton. Hey, Sunita, glad you made it. If you're looking for colors in the fiber reactive, there are a ton of colors. If you look for like the Prussian, there's not as many. If you look under actually the acid dyes, and I'm speaking about Dharma, I think there's even less from Jacquard. I know there is. So it's kind of like you often have to make your own color, which is awesome. Drop. Off to make your own color. It's fun. Okay, I think I got this full enough. Bring it over here. So I actually have 3 different colors. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3 colors that I will be mixing up of the acid dyes for. And the Hawthorne, for those of you that don't know, is 80% superwash merino and 20% polyamide. And this is DK weight. So the acrylic we use the basic dye, and then I'll be using the acid dye for the wool there. But she wants a tea rose color, so I'll be taking the greatest pink that I have, which is a Valentine blush. That's why I brought my chart over here, because I have the option. I have flamingo pink. Make sure you guys can see. Yes, I have flamingo pink, and I also have Valentine blush. And Valentine blush is just, this one over here is just slightly grayer. So I think if I add a little bit more gray, which is, I'm going to be adding this platinum here, which is, yeah, which is a very, very light gray right there. I'll be adding that to it. And I'm also going to do the same thing for extreme blue. I have this blue right here, and I'm not going to use a full 1%. I'm going to go kind of light on it because she wants a denim color. So I'll be lightening up the blue a little bit and add a little bit of gray to try to make the denim. So she's denim teal, and then she wants a teal color. And I don't actually have teal, so I will be blending peacock blue. Let me find that one again. I forgot where that's at. That is number 416. All right, so I'll be combining peacock blue with avocado, and that's usually how I get my teal. So that's what I'll be doing. That's why I brought this chart over here so I can show you guys. You can't always go exactly by this because there are so many variations, different fibers, different, and so there's another word for besides percentage. It's like weight of garment or something like that. But there's so many factors that can affect the saturation of the dyes. So these go on the Hawthorne, so I'm going to put those aside too. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on the acrylic. And this is a really fun set to make. I love doing something, a little different than usual. Hello, Christina. Glad you can make it in. I love doing something different every now and then. This is a set. I probably should have maybe brought over a picture of it, but it's a set of, like I said, 7 different hanks, either 25, 50, or 100-gram hanks. And each one is a different color, except for one of them is all 6 colors together. And they're bold, bright colors too. Hey, there's Chris. Hello, welcome in. So, we'll go ahead and get these going. I should probably have I don't like to for paper plates after I've done started. Actually, let me go ahead and grab all of my tubs too. Or most of them. I don't need all of them. All right. So, yeah, gloves. Don't ever want to try to put gloves on with wet hands. These aren't so bad. Hey, there's Christy. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Thank you. I actually held a giveaway, and this is Plastic Kim's Crochet. I'm sure everybody knows her. She's awesome. But she held a giveaway in her Facebook group, and this was a surprise. And she made so many cool things with this. She's so talented. And I love her style, the flashy, bright, bold, fluorescent colors that she prefers. Piece of My Fellow Yarnies is another colorway that's in my shop that she designed. So pretty. So I just started in the color of the rainbow. This is, you know what? I'm going to actually add a hint of pink to that because I went through here. Go back to the camera. I went through here and I tested all of these colors on a paper towel just to make sure none of them had faded while they were sitting. And this one wasn't quite as bright as I wanted it to be. So give me just a second real quick here. I kind of meant to do that before I started, but I kind of forgot to. Okay, just a second here. Ha, there we go. It's hiding from me. I might have got to measure just a tiny little. Just put it in here. That's how I see it too, Mary. Raise at Google confirmed. What would they consider? I've seen like web type weight. I mean, maybe that's the same as lace. Oh, couldn't imagine. I'm just now starting to try to get a little bit used to fingering weight. All right, I don't want to go crazy. Yeah, you're right. You might end up going into like the crochet thread category. Get smaller than lace. Yeah, that's something I don't understand. The weights of crochet thread. Nope. Yeah, time for a little back to school, huh? Ours went back to school this week too. Well, I don't have any in school yet. But I've seen the neighbors coming in. Yep. Yeah, that's the color I wanted. So yeah, these are all just solid hanks. I just soak them down, put them in the microwave. These will go in for half the time as the others. That's what I always do as far as fingering and sport weight, that that the fingering is super fine. And that's what I see on labels as well, that the fingering weight is super fine and sport weight is fine. I always say if I happen to miss anything. Like Karen. Yay, glad you made it in, sweetheart. How are you? Yeah, it is my goal one day. I still well, you can ask Jax, you can ask Karen. I'm stubborn when it comes to getting the colorway like I want it to be. And when Kim initially asked me, she wanted these to be neon pink, neon yellow, neon orange, neon green, and then just a bright blue and purple. And I looked all over, and I did see one option, but I don't know if it would work. Of course, I will try it one day. And there's Saf. Hi, sweetheart. But I did read somewhere that there is, I can't remember, I think it was termed as neon. There's a big difference between neon and fluorescent. Um, Fluorescent is actually a chemical, but neon, there is a such thing as a neon pigment. I don't know if that would work, but it is definitely something I am willing to try one day. I don't think it's real cheap, so it would have to be something that I'd have to do when I'm comfortable financially with it. But yeah, I don't give up easily. Call me spoiled, call me stubborn. I don't know. I don't give up easily. In fact, Jax, if you're still listening, I am going to try 2%, 2.5%, and 3% black today. Haven't given up on getting a true black. All right, let me get this going. Okay, move on to that side. So basically, you guys are hanging out with me. Black. Haven't given up. Hanging out with me while I do some orders. Have you ever tried the metallic dyes before? Oh, Lordy. I didn't even know it existed. If you have a link of that, send it to me. Either send it to me on email or on Etsy. Metallic. Wow. Didn't know it existed. I wonder if it can go in the microwave. I haven't tried sparkle acrylic yarn in the microwave. I'll have to admit that whenever I've done, hi Lisa. Hello, I'm cooking, doing dishes, and listening to you. Wonderful. Thank you so much. But I'm not put sparkle because it has like metallic polyester. I don't know if that's actual metal or not. Okay, hold on just a second, guys. I gotta go tend to something real quick. Sorry about that. I don't know. I've been having a hard time getting that baby to go to sleep for naps. Hey, Sherry. Welcome in. I did not ask for Siri. Oh my gosh. I think Jen Froggy Went and Knitting had that same problem every time she would say S-H-A-R-I instead of S-I-R-I. Yeah, that child. I don't know. Thinking maybe if we get her, she's kind of still in like a crib. She still fits, not a crib, a play kit. She still fits, but I've got my eye on a head for her. I think maybe. I don't know, it's just here lately, like the last couple days. She won't take naps. She'll get in crying spells and come get me, Grandma. I feel so sorry for her, but she tortures us if she don't get a nap. She's so grumpy in the evening. And then it doesn't affect her nighttime sleeping. She still wants to stay up half the night. So I'm going to have to make some more of this. Which is totally fine. Just have to find my orange. Oh, okay. Well, yep. Give little man hugs for me. Maybe I'll see you. Let's know if you can make it back. It's orange here. I know I'll have to make more of that green. There's not a whole lot of that in there. I write on the bottles how much goes in there to make that shade. That was just a basic. Oh, fine. I get to look for it again. I should probably go ahead and grab this yellow while I see it. Okay. Oh, that's all orange. Sorry, guys. There we go. Some hot water going here. Hey, Michelle Crochets in Kansas. Hi. Thank you for coming over. We're dyeing some acrylic worsted today. And I am making a new bottle of this orange. Where's Laura when you really need her? Laura! But I'm making up another bottle of this orange, and there's 800 milliliters, and I'm putting 4 grams in here. So that will be a 1%. Right. Good. Right on here, what percentage. So I'm going to test it first, make sure I didn't add too much. Like, for example, this bright green, I wrote on here that I use a half a gram of green and a fourth of a gram of yellow for the entire bottle. So this might be too strong. So check this out and find out. Oh, here comes the echo. I think I just sprayed myself in the face. Yeah, let me take some of this out. Add some more water. Hold on, guys. So I've just reduced it down now to 0.5%. have to add some yellow, make it a little brighter. Yeah, this is the joy of live videos, is no editing. I'm going to pour out a little bit more, actually, and add some yellow, and then I think I'll have it. Sorry, guys. I'm always as organized as I'd like to be. Okay. Set this down here while I go get the yellow. Just a tiny little, maybe about 1/4 of a gram. So this would end up being the equivalent of a gram of the orange and 1/2 gram of the yellow. I think this is what I'm going for. Now with all this extra dye, yeah, let me see. Oh, look at that. Oh gosh. Making a mess. If this drags out too much, I'll just come back and do it later. What I get for not writing this stuff down. Well, I wrote down the others, just didn't write down this one. I wrote down bright orange, which indicates that it's color. Thank you for your patience. Hey, Toe Beans. Yes, it is very messy. You definitely gotta be prepared. I actually ruined the table. Well, it was a wooden table, so my husband just had to refinish it. But you know, I learned my lesson. Now I do it on tile. And especially when it's hot. Oh gosh, it's still not there. See, I'm picky, so that's a good thing. A little bit more yellow. Hey, there's Melissa and Steve. Melissa Crochets with Love. Wow. Thank you for coming in. And there's Joy. Glad you can make it in too, honey. Oh, I'm making a mess. Yeah, I'm trying to get this matching. And I'm almost there, I think. See, it looks different on the paper towel than it does on here. Yeah. I can blend that in, but that's still not the same. And I'm not happy with it. But you know what? I think I am going to do what I said I'm going to do. I'm going to work on this off camera because this is taking up way too much of my time. So let me move on to the next one, and I'll get this one. when I'm not taking up all of y'all's time. Okay. Orange is the timeout. Glad Laura's not here. She'd be mad at me. Oh, Cindy's here. I haven't. There's Lulu's treasure trove. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for coming in. Okay, we're gonna move on to yellow. Make sure there's plenty. I'm not even gonna do green. Okay, you know what? Yeah. Well, let me see. Did I write on here? I thought I wrote on the orange. How I did it. Okay, I wrote yellow, just basic, which makes me think that it's just, I don't know, maybe I should go to the blue. I was hoping I would have some time to have you guys watch me do the Knit Picks Hawthorne, so I could show you how I make colors, mix colors up together. But I know y'all don't want to watch an empty camera, so I'm moving on. And actually, this tie wrap must have had a tiny bit of color on it because I have some purple right there. But that's fine because I'm going to move the blues. I have plenty of blue. Look at there, it's Granny D. Yeah. How you doing, sweetheart? Oh, and I also, this is my first time mentioning this, the yarn that I tested, that I did last week, I done the experiment of, does acrylic yarn need acid? Because someone, I think it was Steve, asked me if the acid was actually necessary. Because this is a basic dye, it's not an acid dye, totally legitimate question. So I honestly did not know. I just kind of, you put a little bit of vinegar in with your Easter eggs, you put a little vinegar in with your protein fibers. So I thought naturally, of course, eggs are protein also. So I will be showing those, and I'm also going to be giving those away. Oh, and then yesterday I did the drawing for the dip drip dye yarn that I did, and I got Dina. She has contacted me, but I still need to hear from Verna. So if anybody sees Verna Bradshaw, let her know that. Well, you let her know however you want to let her know. If you want to tell her she won, if you want to tell her go back and watch the drawing video, whatever. But if anybody sees her, let her know if you don't mind. But I will be showing the ones from last week with the acid. I can tell you, you have to wait and see. But I will also be, this will be the video for the comment to win those two. They're two 100-gram acrylic worsted, purple, mostly solid, you'll see. The blue looks like purple. It's annoying. It's not purple though. After it's rinsed, it's definitely blue. Yeah, actually, even running the water over it, it's blue. It just looks purple. All right, let's take a look at the pink before I put it. There's that one. Let me get these little plastic plates from Walmart are really handy for that. For those of you who may not know, I put my acrylic, I heat set my acrylic dye. If it's a speckle or if it is something with potential metal like a sparkle, then I'll put it in the oven. Are you waving, Steve? Maybe sometimes I'll miss stuff and then it'll. Yeah, it's actually in the thumbnail. If you're talking about the experiment I done last week, the thumbnail is the actual yarn that the result of that yarn. Baby monitor wigging out on me. Drink some green tea. Okay, now let's get the next one. I'll put this on the floor. Yeah, sorry about that with the other colors. Sometimes things go exactly the way you hope they do, and sometimes they don't. That's just life in general. Especially on live video, that's usually when everything messes up, right? So I'm going to do the purple one next because there's plenty in there as well. Yeah. And I think I'll probably just do the other colors later and just go on right to the hawthorn because that will need to sit in the pan anyways. And I'm just so excited to get started on that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give y'all a better look at those things here shortly. In fact, I'll go ahead and get this one done. Then I'll show you before I bring out the steam pan. I need to get some background music to play. I've had people tell me that my videos are soothing. It's probably better if I could think of something to say to fill the empty air. Like, okay, I did cake up last week's blue heron yarn. Long story short, that knit hat that I started on and got many rows into the ribbing. And this, I'm a new knitter, so it was actually looking really good. But you know what? It was twisted. Yeah, I didn't join it properly. And I was many rows into that brimming before I realized, uh-oh. So it actually ended up going in timeout. I cast on again. It was 196 stitches. I cast on again, and I was paranoid that it was twisted after I joined, so I ripped that cast on out, and then I cast on again, and then I was so nervous. I didn't even join. I did not even join. I was too nervous to even join it, so I just took it right back off the needles and wrapped it back up and put it in timeout. And it's funny because I have a I can't remember if it's Sportway or okay. I have one hat that I'm making for the baby that I started forever ago, but I work on it every now and then. That turned out just fine. I have a worsted weight that is taking like hardly no time at all. Did just fine with that one too. And I was super duper careful. Oh, I mean, I was like almost done with the ribbing. I mean, we're talking like that far, a good 2.5 inches of ribbing. It's like almost ready to just start doing stocking nets. Like, oh no. Oh, yeah, it's a good yarn to work with though. I had fun with it. Yeah. Yes. The woes of fiber arts. Of course, there's way more yays than there are nays. That's what makes us keep going. There's too many rewards to give up. Clean up my mess here. All right, so I'm getting really sweaty in these gloves anyway, so I'm going to take those off. I really only use gloves when I'm doing basic dye because acid and fiber reactive actually comes off really easy. I mean, not right away, but a couple hours, it just wears off. Baby monitor keeps acting up. Okay, so let me, I'm going to put the ones I've already used back here. Got to fix the orange yet. Put these over to the side. Here. Right, yellow. Put that back here. Or did I? No, I didn't. That's okay. I mean, let me just figure out what I'm doing. I don't need those anymore. Get the steam pan. Actually, did not plug it in yet. I don't know if anyone else does this. Most people I've seen have like the double burners. I use just a regular electric skillet for my steam pan. I do need to get some vinegar for the wool. And I'm hoping that, yeah, we got 18 minutes. So let me get this, well, plug in. I don't need it on yet because I don't. The way I'm doing this one, she's variated. She wants denim blue, tea rose, purple, teal, and peach. And she wants it variegated, not stripe or self-striping or ombre or anything like that. But first, I'm going to show you guys last week's. About to give up on this baby monitor. Okay, there it is. Now it's working. So she wants it variegated. So the way that I will do it is it'll be almost no immersion. In fact, I'll probably not even wring them out. Just take them out of the water. Hi, Dina. Dina was the one that you said you changed your mind. You'd like to have the cotton ones. So she was the one that actually had won the purple, but then she said she'd rather have the cotton. Okay, so let me show you guys up close what these look like. So these are the ones that this hank right here was dyed without any vinegar at all. 0. This one here had quite a bit of vinegar. There is a difference, obviously. There's not a major difference, but it seems like it's more uniform on the one with vinegar. There's a lot of variation in the one without vinegar, which can be a good thing if that's what you want to do. If you want, I mean, I like these pinks in here and lavenders, and actually like a hint of white in some of these areas. Well, a hint, very light lavender. But if this is what you want, then great, do it without vinegar at all. But if you want to get as close to solid as you possibly can, then you're going to want to use vinegar. That makes it more uniform. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of, I mean, there are some areas that are darker, but as far as it being super saturated, I don't think the vinegar has anything to do with that. But I will say that it seems to me that vinegar does make the colors more uniform, more spread out. Here's the other side of that one. So yeah, you can see that there are some, of course there's a little bit of resist right here, but even down here, I mean, look, that's almost white. And it's very hard to get any white in acrylic, actually. So maybe that's the secret for when you do want white, is to not use any vinegar. Hi, Stephanie. So yeah, these will be the ones that will be in the giveaway for this week. I'm not sure about all of the yards and stuff. If you really want to know, you can go to my shop and just look up what a standard 100 gram hank, my hand's kind of wet, 100 gram hank of acrylic yarn, the yardage, but these are each 100 grams, and they are acrylic worsted. And my fingers are still wet. Never try to twist up a hank of yarn when your hands are wet. That's what you'll get. The one without vinegar bleed more. That's a good point. Somebody else asked me that. That is really good. See, I'm new at this stuff. Somebody asked me last week, Rose upon Rose, asked me how long have I been doing it, and not long. Maybe a year and a half. Well, most of it's been experimenting. But that's a very good point. The vinegar could, then maybe that's why it's more saturated, because most likely they were rinsed together, so I should have rinsed them separately. You say, very good points. It's you guys are the ones that make this. I would not know what to do if y'all weren't here to ask questions like that, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much. Ray, I think you're saying pretty much what Alyssa was saying about when you go to rinse it out. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Dee. That I was the setting it too. Well, yeah, that's y'all are pretty much all y'all about on the same page, and I never even thought about comparing the. I mean, yeah, we're looking at the end results, but we don't know, since I washed them both at the same time, I don't know if one bled more than the other. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, all this stuff gives me ideas to go back and try again. In fact, I know this sounds crazy, but I was watching one of my old videos. I was laughing at it. I think it was the first one I ever dyed acrylic, and I think I put salt in it. And I was laughing at it at first, but then I was like, you know what? That's not so funny after all. I might actually try that just to see, see if it makes any difference. But yeah, experimenting, doing things again, but a different variable. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's how you learn stuff. That's how you figure it out. And I love doing this stuff with you guys, because you guys are my lab partners, like Rebecca says. Yeah, I love doing this stuff with you guys. Y'all come up with some wonderful ideas that I would never come up with. And I've communicated with a lot of you guys in emails and messages, and again, so many awesome ideas. So many content creators have contacted me. Y'all are so creative. Yeah. Making me a tea and a coffee. All set now. Did you go potty? Hi, Doris. Yep, that's how we learn. Yeah, definitely taking notes, not do what I did with the orange. I do have a notebook over there where I generally write down everything. And then sometimes I would use messages that, like, if I'm working with someone to get a color, I'll actually put in there, I use this and this and this and this percentage of that. And even though they may not be bothered about all the details. Okay, I'm just gonna stick this in here with the acrylic real quick. Just enough to get good and wet. Something else I want to show you guys too. I just thought of something to talk about. That's what I need to do too. Write down things to talk about when it's quiet. I don't know how many of you guys watch Rebecca Kimnitz, but I love binging her, and I love binging Essence of Autumn. Um, but I heard about this place from Rebecca, and that is Wool to Die For. You probably heard her. Anybody that watches her is probably familiar with that place. And so I thought, okay, I'll go on there and see what all they got. And they've got quite a selection. Some stuff is not really a better buy, but depends on who you're comparing it to. They have a lot of stuff that other places do not have, and it's actually still cheap. To be able to get like yak, for example, they have that. They have several different types of wool, not just merino and highland. But here's the kicker. I about fell out of my chair. When I got on their website, I don't know where I seen it at, but maybe it was when I ordered. I don't know. But I found out that this place is like a little over an hour from where I live. I just absolutely my jaw hit the floor. I could not believe it. Could not believe it. So it's like, oh my gosh. It does say on there when I ordered, it's like, we will let you know when your order has been shipped or is ready for pickup. So it's like, if I order to pick it up, can I get a glimpse of what might be back in the back? See me standing there like, It looks like it's just a warehouse because I went on Google Maps and kind of stalked it and all. It looks like it's just a warehouse, but that's okay. That's totally fine. I still like to see a bunch of stuff on shelves, but I could not believe. Thank you, Kim. Could not believe it was that close. Oh my gosh, yeah, I heard you talking about that. That is insane. I don't know if they have bison. You would think I'd remember that because I've practically memorized the website already. Wait, did I miss a Kim? I'm sorry. And there's a couple comments I've missed. I wonder if it would have the same effect with another color, such as a primary color, yellow, as opposed to green or purple. Now, I've played around with primary colors with speckling because colors are bad for breaking. And Karen was thinking that wouldn't happen with a primary color, but things don't always go the way you think they might go. Need to add a little bit more. I don't want to drown it. I don't even really want it sitting in water. I just want to make it wet enough to distribute heat because I want to make the colors as close. I mean, I want them close together, but I don't want them to bleed together. So something like this is what I'm looking for, where just down barely comes to the surface. So the rest of my time will be spent. Now, after I explain something, I'll spend the rest of my time getting the colors that I need because you may not get to see me actually put any color on here, but three of them are sitting here ready for me. So let me bring my colors back over. All right, so Peach and Iris, they will be by themselves. We'll have to mix those. But I'm going to make the tea rose and I'm going to make the denim. So this is basically just a thing of playing around with the colors, and I'll take my paper towel, dip it in there, and see what I got, and add more dye, add some more water, depending on what I need to do. But that's the fun thing about colors is there's so many different variations, and there's so many different colors to put together to make even more variations. It's really fun. Let me get some. I'm just going to start with 200 milliliters because I need to add more water. My little spoon, where did that go? That is fast. Probably put it on the table. So I'm going to start with just guessing about 1/8 of a gram of the pink and probably just trace amounts of the gray. So an eighth of a gram for 200 milliliters. That would be like 1/4 of a percent. Hi, Mark. Welcome in. Definitely. I need to figure out a way to make that bigger because it's so far away and I'm having a hard time seeing. I don't want blue, I want platinum. Just a teeny tiny pinch of, not even a pinch, a couple little crumbs here of the gray. Let's see what we get here. I mean, yeah, you could go online and see if they have the color that you want, but you're still not guaranteed to get the exact color that you want. Oh, are you going to go up on the panel with her, Jax? So that's good to know that she is going live. I will probably still be here standing at this pan, but I will definitely be over there watching. See you over there, Jaxie. Okay, let's see what we have. But yeah, once I get the color that I want, though, and that's nowhere even close. It definitely needs more pink for sure. I need my other scoop. I don't know. Okay, we'll just try this one on. Oh well. So glad you guys hang out with me, even though I kind of ramble on and kind of forget what I'm doing sometimes. Don't we all, though? Wait, you know what? There was one more thing I wanted to show you guys before you go. I almost forgot, Ray. Almost, but not quite. So I was talking about the Wool to Die For. And the reason why I went on Wool to Die For was for this. This is the only one that I've twisted up. And of course, you're not going to be able to see the sparkles. Can't blow out. Wonder if that one will show it. No, that won't show it either. But this is fingering weight. Help me out here. Is it 75, 20, and 5? I think that's what it is. I think. It's in my shop though, but I now have finger and weight sparkle. This is silver stellina. Yes, it is so sparkly. It's so shiny. It's so squishy. I just love it. Yep, I ripped it open yesterday. No video or nothing. I just had to see it. I was dying to know what it was like. It's all bouncy and squishy. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it, Ray. So pretty. So yeah, this is how it came in a priority mail box. And in this bag, oops, there's the invoice. Just like that. Kind of like Knit Picks does. Not twisted, just in the long hanks. Oh, and Karen, I found some Pima cotton. They have Pima cotton there. They have several weights of Pima cotton there. So yeah, that will be another thing I'll be purchasing from them. Might even end up like picking it up in person. All right, guys. Well, it's 4 o'clock. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna keep working, but I will see you guys over at Mary Ann's, over at the Crotchety Clogger. Thank you again for hanging out with me, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day. And God bless you all.